Okay, so I wanted to come on today and have a chat to you guys about how Puma create their stability shoes. So this is the ForeverRun 2, which is Puma's, they refer to it as their guidance shoe. And so the way they do their stability is a little bit different to the traditional way that we would think of a stability shoe. So no more are we thinking that pronation is a bad thing. It's more the fact that we want to limit the rate at which someone pronates through their foot. So the way that Puma have done their stability system is quite unique. It's, for those who have tried it, it is one of the softer stability shoes on the market. And it's something that I personally really enjoyed when I've been testing out this shoe. I've had version 1 and version 2, and it is probably one of my most used shoes, to be honest. So let's run through the way that Puma have created the stability in their shoe, starting with the upper. So they have been using power tape in the past. This is power print that they use on the outside of their shoe. So these little lines, as much as they are obviously marketing and making the shoe look nice, they do serve a purpose for creating some stability through the upper of the shoe as well. So just holding you in a little bit snug through the upper of the shoe. The other thing that Puma have done, which is a little bit different to most people, is how they have created their heel support. So traditionally, a lot of brands would use a heel counter, like a bit of plastic sort of built into the heel of the shoe that would stop the heel from squishing in. The only trouble with that is that if you have like a bony bump on the back of your heel, it can be very aggravating for some people. So what Puma have done is they've created this TPU heel support clip. And it's a bit of plastic that sits around the outside of the shoe and creates the stability that way. The nice thing about it is that this area through here, right in the back of the heel, is actually left blank. So it's actually got a bit of give in the back of the heel, which is really lovely. The next thing they do is that they have created a dual density midsole. In version 2, they've actually molded this as one piece of foam. So you can see there that there's two colors underneath, so different densities of foam, but it's actually been molded into one piece of foam, which does actually help keep the shoe quite light for a stability shoe. So for reference, this shoe is sitting at 295 grams, which in terms of stability shoes being under 300 grams is pretty fantastic. What they have also done is that when you put your foot inside the shoe, you actually sit lower than the midsole. So the midsole is sort of coming up and supporting you around your foot, which is creating some added stability in that sense as well. The other thing that we've got is we've got a relatively wide base through the sole of the shoe, which is going to also create some stability. And when you look at the shoe from the top, you'll see that the midsole actually flares out a little bit from the upper. So that's going to give you some extra added stability as you are contacting the ground. So if you're someone who likes having a stability shoe, but also wants a shoe that is going to be a little bit cushioned and nice underfoot, then the Puma ForeverRun range is definitely one to try out.